Hello Ramblers! Another exciting episode of Ramble with Rob. In a different location today. We're in Buxton, Derbyshire, in the High Peak. Furthermore, we're up Lightwood Reservoir, top of Lightwood Road, which is now owned by Nestle, who own Buxton Mineral Water. There it is. We're walking on a bit of a car park for dog walkers. Now, even though Nestle or Buxton Mineral Water own it, there's still plenty of access, plenty of walks to be doing. So there'll be a lot of episodes coming from up here. It won't all be today. You're just going to get this episode, which I'll probably stretch to about 15 minutes. Here we are, we're coming up now to the entrance. Sign here. It's that Derbyshire Fire and Rescue. No fires, barbecues or fireworks patrols operating in this area. There has been a few fires up here, so I believe you not ride bikes in this nature reserve, because that's what it is now. Probably be these electric ones that they'll be using. And here we are. Welcome to Lightwood. As you can see, it's a rich area in wildlife. There is loads. Dragonflies, willow warblers, ring dozzle, there's loads. Because they took the reservoir out a good easy 15 years, maybe more. Used to be Severn Trent. There's the old pump room there, which obviously Nestle will now own. Cameras up on it, never used to be. I've done something there with that. Different there, they must have been trying to break in, vandalism. But you're going to get it. This used to be all bogland, but they filled it in. Must have been when I was a teenager. Anyway, another trail leading off there. As I said, this will be my only one today for here, because it's Buxton Carnival tomorrow, so I'll be busy there, and then it's back to work all next week. So unless it picks up, we're still not. Please keep out of the water. The ponds on this nature reserve contain Gracula hemsea, New Zealand pygmyweed, which is highly invasive and non-native. It can form dense mats blocking light and nutrition to other plants and wildlife, reducing the pond's biodiversity. A tiny fragment is enough to contaminate and spread this plant further. You've got to stay out of the water because something's already been introduced, people. There's the old slipway. See down there, which I'll show you a bit more of. We'll go straight up. Because it's a circular over here, and there's a path going. It used to be the base of the reservoir, which I say they took out, and is now for nature. That is so over. I've not been up here probably for 5-6 years. Different. Used to camp up here, wild camp, me and my son. Take him up here when he was a kid, spend the weekend up here. Pan around. Now I am looking for a camera stabiliser, but I'll have to be, that will not be for a bit, because as you know, I have to pay for everything. I'm not paid by YouTube, nowhere near going to be that. Different trees. It has grown a lot. Monty, he loved this place. And when he put that up, know the person who made that. Ingvar, Lila. Which as you can say, we got a stream. We're not going over that way, that'll be another one. River, another stream that comes down from the hills, which you'll see in another episode. There's the old slipway. Coming back now. We'll take a walk along up side bank of what used to be the reservoir. So overgrown, so different from when I last came up here. Everything's so much bigger. Oh, a nice bit of shade's boiling today. So peaceful. I don't know if you can hear the crickets and butterflies. Wild foxglove. Or fox grove, I think. You can see over there all the birds. Got to make out. I haven't got the best zoom on this, but I'm only using my phone. Not got a camera yet. But I'm not going to mention any names, but there are YouTubers out there whose hairs do perfectly do well with just using their phone, as long as it's a decent, half decent one. I'm going to be getting accused of trying to make my name off other YouTubers. Trying to do vlogs, bring you walks, and also maybe want to hopefully go full time. But I can only do that with viewers, subscriptions, subscribers. And not that I'm trying to get them. It's completely up to you. It is free to subscribe, by the way. You want to hit the subscribe, likes, hit notifications, knowing when they drop first. Do like to drop stuff every day. Only reason I know that is because of the algorithm. Don't know if that applies to me or until when you're a paid member, when you're an self-employed member. Look over here. Many a year as a kid played in there. You can see there's another stream goes off from up there. What takes you down here? Let's see if I still do this, even with this in my hand. There we go. That's the back wall of what used to be the res. There was a holding pool, which I'll show you. Oh, loads of flies. Yeah, that's the holding tank, and that used to stream in. The water would come down, come across from here. This pipe here used to connect to there, and that'd feed as well. Over this side. The path going off up there, that takes you up onto the top, onto the moors, which can take you over to, if you follow it and you go to Goit Valley, or if you take it all the way round, it takes you to Coombs Moss, which is just the other side of Chapel Henry the Frith. And there's a stye here to go over. There's loads more walks up there. There's the river. And you can then circle back round, drop down into Dove Holes and come back round. Now I'm 11 minutes in. I'll be calling this one, I think, pretty soon. I'm on the wall here. Here's where we'd have come walked over if I hadn't jumped down. That's the first pond. That used to be the holding pool. The reservoir was the other side, and that was 3-4 times. So yeah, the banking is, he used to come probably 2 metres from the fence. That was the first one. I always used to have swans and geese, and then it was just geese, and now it's not a lot. Another walkway. You up over this brown edge. And just steps here on this path. Let's go and have a look. So right about where we're going to be where the barrier was, where it was built up. So that would be about the level where we were with the path then. About the level of what the reservoir were going over. Maybe down probably a couple of metres. So this here had all been built, this would be all built up to just to the level of where the footpath is, all the way across. And obviously with the reservoir then down here. This, if we can see here, sure there are damson flies, and there's a dragonfly gone past. These smaller ones, the bluer ones, are a damson. The bigger, it's over there. Anyway, let's cut back to two zoom. Damson and dragonflies here. and back out to normal. As we come through here, it's the overflow, sorry. More dams in. Now we can either walk down there to the river through the other ponds, but there's a little teaser. Nah. I'm not teasing, I am treating. Come down through this little walkway. Ash trees all either around us. Willow. As well. Oop, mammy steps where there's willow. Water, there's willow. And where there's willow, there'll be water usually. This is so overgrown, this used to be quite deep. This is a deep one there. People, viewers, sorry. Like the others, getting full. Not keeping on top of anything. That'd be too much like hard work. No doubt this one there'll be another sign. We can either go that way or that way. But they have put piles of dead old branch wood there for the wildlife. So they are doing some, but I don't know why they don't clean it. Clear out, get some proper wildlife in. Now, I think I am on the wrong side. But let's have a look. If we bring it out, this is all grown. This used to be barren last time I was up. It weren't this high up. It's magical, isn't it? Only in the space of maybe a little over 15 years. Scare the pigeons. There you are. Into a clearing now. We'd have followed, I think that other trail would be over the other side. New call, there's another pond. Here, and here we go. Pond number 2, well number 3 even. This one, another one, looks so different again. The water reeds. More damson flies and dragonflies for everybody. It's a bit clearer, this water. Any tadpoles? Dragonfly. So hard to film, especially off this. Right, Let's carry on now. This next one is quite close. We don't have to move far. Oh, zoom back out. Across the river. Another clearing. Now walking down it'll be the fourth pond now, or if walking up it'll be the first, depending on which way. It is a bit of a welcome relief, this shade from the trees, because it is hot. And here it is. I near enough walked straight past this. And there's some tadpoles. You can see one. Oh, two. This one must three. See if I can get closer. There we go. Tadpoles and water boatmen. That there used to be mint. Not as much mint here now. But look at how tall that's grown. Proper overtook to where this is the only left bit. Right then, ramblers. This brings me out to where we started walking up when I first said we can walk down and walk this way. It takes you round. We'll just go up here with a little look so I can just show. Ooh, fly central. Oh, yeah. Certainly not. Fly central, Swarmed off. So many butterflies, dragonflies, damselflies, tadpoles. For once, viewers, I've delivered on wildlife. Yes, I have. All the other ones I thought, yeah, I can do it. You get you some wildlife and there's nothing appears. So, there we are, ramblers. Hope you've enjoyed this first factual walk round Lightwood Reservoir. Well, in Buxton, High Peak, Derbyshire. It is now a nature reserve. The Wildlife Trust and Nestle, who own Buxton Mineral Water. So there'll be another ramble up here. There'll be a few, because as I say, looking over, I can't do it in one video. I've got other things to do today. I'm a bit busy. I'm always busy. So we're going to call it at that one, ramblers. Don't forget, I hope you like the content. Sorry, getting tongue-tied. Don't forget to hit the likes, hit the subscribes. It's absolutely free, don't cost you a thing. And hit the notifications. Don't forget, ramblers, take care, ramble on.